What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all the news after week 17 of our Los Angeles Crusaders franchise, where the Crusaders had one of their most dominant performances to date, and really the offense was very impressive. It's the first time we've seen a lot out of the offense in a while. The defense stepped up. The passing was still a little spotty. I mean, they completed 13 to 16 passes, which is, it's fine. But they really didn't try passing it a whole lot on us. So, you know, it could have been a different story had that been the case. Now, usually I start over on the main page, the home page, and you guys know this. However, there was a lot going on with that last week. You know, we didn't know if we were going to be able to make the wild card, make the playoffs, what was going to happen. So I kind of thought I'd build the suspense up a little bit. So, a lot had to happen for us to make the wild card. You know, we needed the Chiefs to beat the Broncos. We needed the Chargers to lose. That would have done it. Had the Broncos won, we likely would have needed either the Browns or the Jets to lose. So a lot of different scenarios took place. But without further ado, let's go ahead and figure out what happened, guys. And as you can see, the Los Angeles Crusaders have made the wild card playoffs. I am stoked. I wasn't sure if we were going to make it happen, especially after those 2 losses in a row late in the season, but winning the last 2 games has propelled us to a 9-7 record, which might not be enough every season, but this season it did the job. So let's go figure out what happened here, guys. What caused us to get into the playoffs? As you can see, the Chiefs did beat the Broncos and the Chargers lost. We have the tiebreaker on the Chiefs, which means we won the division, which means we have home field advantage in our wild card matchup here. That is great for us for multiple reasons. 1, home field advantage is awesome anyway, but 2, we are going to get a lot more money, which is definitely going to help us in the offseason. One thing that does concern me is we are playing the Browns, a team that has beat us twice over the last 2 seasons. Johnny Manziel has torched us both times we have played the Browns. So maybe 3rd time's the charm for us. That's what we're going to have to hope for. Now, we're going to go ahead and move forward here because this is going to be a long episode. You know, we're going to be checking the stats out. We're going to be checking all the awards. We have a lot of stuff to get done here today. So, in terms of development, I think, wow, it's not really giving me options at all. That is weird. Recommended activities. Okay, I think because maybe it's the playoffs, they're not going to be practicing as much, and that was kind of the deal with ours. I guess because if I look under Earn XP here, I mean, that's not going to do a whole lot of good for us. Middle linebacker, we can improve that, but Spikes has been killing it anyways, probably having a Pro Bowl season for us. Confidence issues, I guess we could work on. Great. Yeah, let's just focus on our defensive backs here. I guess that's what we have to do. Focus on the ones that need the most confidence. Love Knight, but he doesn't really need it. McGill's doing okay. I guess we'll do that, yeah. Oh, we still have one more. Might as well improve Knight some more, I suppose. So that's a bummer. I was really hoping to add some XP, but I'm cool with adding this. You know, LeJean Knight's confidence is now at 61, which is pretty good for what we've been at usually. Anyway, again, we have a lot to do, so let's go ahead and move forward here. Tom Brady named MVP draft stories. We've already seen this one, so nothing new there. And let's start off with awards. We'll check out these really quick. Actually, after we look at the weekly awards, there's something I want to do. Jay Cutler, Trent Cole, Sheard, and Justin Blackman. Jabal Sheard, I think? I don't know. I'm sure somebody's going to correct me on that. Justin Blackman, 3 touchdowns, 170 yards. Jay Cutler, 3 touchdowns. I was really hoping to see a Crusader on there. I thought we had a pretty good week, but no such luck. I do want to check out the Colts records, speaking of luck, to kind of see, now that we have an idea, we will know where our draft position is. Now that the season is actually over, and all the way down here, 1-15, we have the first pick in the draft. That is huge. That trade worked out so well for us. We also have their 2nd round pick, which is going to be so high up, it's essentially a 1st round pick. It might as well be. It's close enough. So we almost gained 3 first-round picks from that trade, one of which was Golden, who has been incredible for us. But let's move forward with the yearly awards here. MVP, as we saw, Tom Brady. Christian Ponder, second on the list. The Texans are 13-3, so even if we win this wild card matchup, we will either be taking on the Texans or the Patriots, who did finish the league, the season 16-0. We've seen them do that before, and they lost in the Super Bowl. Are they going to have enough to actually remain undefeated this time? We'll have to see. But regardless, if we do beat the Browns, we have a tough matchup after that awaiting for us. So Drew Brees third, Geno Smith fourth, Colin Kaepernick, Flacco, Robert Griffin III, Shane Vereen, Peyton Manning, and Johnny Manziel. We'll check out coaches really quick. Chad Masters, Bill O'Brien. I'll just scroll down this kind of quick. I'm going to scroll down all of these pretty quickly, guys. If you are interested in them, just pause that video. Brady winning AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Again, just going to kind of scroll down quickly. Devin Golden making the list at number 8. And Derek Carr at number 10. Wow. I did not expect to see Derek Carr there. I kind of figured Devin Golden had a chance of making it, but I definitely didn't think Derek Carr would be there. His last game definitely had to have helped, though, because he really did play great in Week 17. So, very cool. I know a lot of people are saying for me to draft a quarterback. I likely still will. That doesn't mean the new quarterback's going to start at least right away. But I do want to have that quarterback competition in case Carr is having a bad game. Mayo winning Defensive Player of the Year for the AFC, so 2 Patriots taking home the award there. Jace Richardson, the rookie, 4th for Defensive Player of the Year. Perfect on the list, going down Kiko Alonso. And Brandon Spikes down there at number 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year, we kind of figured Devin Golden would end up number 1 here, so very cool to see him winning Offensive Rookie of the Year for the AFC. Phillip Farrell for the Chargers, who we actually put him in a position to play as we injured Phillip Rivers, I'm pretty sure. But he had a pretty good season. Jabbar Gray, despite the fact that his team was terrible, he had a pretty good season, as you can see. Easton for the Patriots here. Elliott Chester, 85 overall. Wow, definitely a guy to keep an eye on. Isaac Cosby making the list. He had an incredible Week 17. I likely should have started him earlier in the season over Bobby Stevenson, but now we know for the future. I definitely like Isaac Cosby a lot. Matt Ward for the Broncos. Macklin, Shakir Gayton also making the list, and Alexander Broussard, multiple sources. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jace Richardson. We expected to see that. 89 overall now. That's incredible. Dalton Stark, his teammate, another rookie, 83 overall. Again, we're going to see a very powerful defense from the Jaguars in upcoming seasons. Addison, we played him a few weeks ago, 82 overall for the Ravens. LeJean Knight making the list at number 5. Ashley for the Broncos, their division team. And moving forward, best quarterback. Let's see what we got here. Tom Brady leading the way. Christian Ponder. Again, I'm just going to start scrolling down kind of quickly unless I see a Crusader here. Derek Carr on the list at number 6 there. That's pretty cool. Best running back, Devin Golden, 2nd in the AFC for running backs. That is incredible. I know a lot of people will say I run him a lot, which I do. And his yards per carry, might not always be great, but a lot of that's just trying to waste the clock out in fourth quarter situations if we have the lead. So very cool to see him 2nd on the list there. Definitely proud of him. Down the list, best wide receiver, Andre Johnson. Steve Smith still getting it done for the Ravens. Julian Edelman, Brandon LaFell, Eric Decker, AJ Green, Thomas Boykin, Josh Gordon, and Hakeem Nicks. Offensive line, go down kind of quickly, see if any names stick out here. We don't have anybody, unfortunately. Best defensive line, J.J. Watt. That's an obvious one, but behind him, Shelby Harris and Justin Tuck. Shelby Harris actually finished ahead of Justin Tuck, which is very cool. We had Woodley there last year, and I had enough faith in Harris to move forward without Woodley, and it most certainly paid off there. Addison, the rookie, 4th on the list there. Very cool to see that. And way down here, Antonio Smith making the list as well. Defensive back, Revis still getting it done now for the back with the Jets here. Very cool. 99 overall for him. Browner for the Patriots. Going down the list kind of quickly here. Dante Whitner making the list with his teammate Hayden, now 99 overall. Marcus Cooper once again on the list. I like to see that. I do like Cooper a lot. Best kicker, Kai Forbath. Kai, I know somebody's going to be upset about that, but only a 70 overall. Wow. But he did end up making the list there. We're definitely going to have to find a new kicker in the offseason. On to the NFC, Colin Kaepernick winning Offensive Player of the Year at 99 overall. Wow. As a 49er fan, you guys know I love that. Very cool to see him on the list, though. Moving down. Again, just going to kind of go through pretty quickly here. Defensive player Kuechly winning the award there for the NFC. No 49ers on that list. Wow. A lot of Seahawks. A lot of Seahawks. Nope. Back to NFC. Very surprised we didn't see a 49er on the list, but oh well. The last three players were all Seahawks. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Poteet for the Cowboys, 83 overall. Yakov Moody for the Packers, 84 overall. Foreman, Rock, Birch, Hale, Joyner, Lunsford, Donaldson, and Bailey rounding out the list. Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Bears, 86 overall. Rashawn Hogan, 81 overall for the Eagles. Monroe, Farmer, 85 overall. A lot of very good rookies this season, guys. I am excited about the future of all of these players as we move forward with this series. Quarterback Colin Kaepernick, Glennon down here at number 3. Very cool to see him up on the list. As we scroll through kind of quickly here. Frank Gore is still making the list. 2 49ers made the list. Awesome. Carlos Hyde also there. Gotta love that they are splitting the carries. I do want to get more into a 2 running back formation next season. I need to find out better sliders for substitutions for that. As much as I love Golden, I don't mind splitting his carries at all. Julio Jones for the 3-13 Falcons, the lone bright spot there apparently, but we know he lost Roddy White, so he definitely had to step his game up, which he clearly did. Down the list, Bolden and Crabtree making the list. 49ers offensive line everywhere here. So we see 3 of their players. Defensive line, Junior Galette, 94 overall for the Saints. Going down the list, a lot of names you'd kind of expect to see here. Houston, alright. Best defensive back, Bird. Major Wright, I just saluted. I pulled my whole How I Met Your Mother. Devin McCourty, we saw him get signed by the Redskins. Very good signing. He's a 99 overall now and had a pretty good season for them by the looks of it. Kicker, go down the list here. And as we move forward, now we have to check out all of the stats. So again, this is going to be a longer episode, but that's okay. Season stats, we will check out all of our players first. 84.9 quarterback rating for Derek Carr, 26 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. Earlier in the year, we started off with a very good completion percentage. That kind of deteriorated after we started messing with sliders a little bit more. But that's okay. You know, we did very good the last game. I'm starting to get better at it. Hopefully we can improve on that next season. Rushing the ball, Devin Golden, 1,400 yards. Very good season by him. Only 4.3 yards a carry. He did get 10 touchdowns. I was hoping I could get to that mark. And in that last game, he ended up with 2, which put him at the 10 touchdown rating there, 10 touchdown mark, which is very, very cool. Would like to improve his yards per carry a little bit, which we'll work on. You know, we'll fix our offensive line however we can and put him in a better position. I think kind of changing that slider to allow bigger plays might help him. We did see him break off a 30-yard run in week 17, so that's something to keep an eye on. Maurice Jones-Drew behind him did a great job filling in while Golden was out. 4 yards a carry with 4 touchdowns. Murray, a player I actually like a lot, had a good season. D'Anthony Thomas, I'm not so sure I'm going to keep him moving forward. I like Murray a little bit more at this point. And I don't know what's going to happen with Jones-Drew. We'll see if we keep him or not. Receiving, Denarius Moore leading the way, 8 touchdowns. He did get over the century mark there. I was hoping I would have one 1,000-yard receiver, and luckily for us, Denarius Moore made it. Isaac Cosby, a very underrated season. You know, wasn't one of our bigger players. I actually think he was an undrafted free agent, if I remember correctly, but he had a great season for us. 6 touchdowns, 619 yards. He was pretty sure-handed. Didn't have as many drops as a lot of the other rookies did. And definitely big play potential. He broke off a few big ones, even though none of his stats would indicate he would be capable of that. Definitely a very good season for him. Bobby Stevenson, I was kind of expecting more out of. He's a little bit slow for me right now for the wide receiver position. So I think I'm going to try to change his position to tight end in the offseason if they allow that. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I might keep him at wide receiver. I don't know. Maybe I just need to improve his attributes a little bit. Jared Cook, not a bad season. Definitely not what I was expecting out of him, though. I would think he would get a little more than 8.3 yards catch. I was hoping for more. I didn't really use him like I should have, though. That's on me. So we'll have to improve that next season. Shakir Gayton started off really well. After the injury, he didn't have as big of an impact, but still a solid, very, very solid season. As you can see, he actually averaged 52.8 yards a game, which is more than Isaac Cosby, but Cosby was buried on the depth chart for part of the season as well. Devin Golden, not great out of the backfield. I was really hoping for more. He started off pretty good, but had a few drops late in the season, and just could not rely on him after a certain point. Bruce Ellington, James McGee, didn't see a whole lot of him, but he actually played pretty good when he did have his number called. Maurice Jones-Drew, Marcel Reese, 2 touchdowns. I like to see that, and Armani Edwards. So we kind of saw all of our receivers outside of Maurice Jones-Drew. So really, all of our receivers at least got 1 touchdown. I'm very excited about that. Pancakes. Gabe Jackson leading the way for us. Let's see where our rookie was. Actually, Gabe Jackson, I think, no, he wasn't our rookie. Where's our rookie? There's our rookie, Ivan Guy. I skipped right over him. Defense, 129 tackles for Brandon Spikes. Nick Roach behind him with 90. Nick Roach had a very quiet season. I really don't remember calling his name a whole lot, but, you know, 90 tackles is great, so I'm cool with that. Sacks, 15 for Khalil Mack, 14 for Shelby Harris, 11 for Justin Tuck, C.O. Moore with 9, Antonio Smith with 8, Spikes with 7. You know, we saw a lot of sacks throughout the season, but once I changed the sliders around, we definitely noticed a decrease, which is good. I want to keep it more realistic. At the beginning of the season, we were racking up sacks left and right. I don't think that's going to be the case next season. I would like to get more interceptions next season, though. We really didn't get a whole lot. Prince Amukamara had 4, including that one in overtime that won us the game. We would not be in the playoffs without that victory, so that was huge. Branch with 2, Roach with 1, Hayden with 1, Knight with 1, and Jimmy Smith with 1. Really need to improve on getting interceptions next season. Nope. Fumbles forced, Khalil Mack with 3, and Brandon Spikes with 3. Recovered, Khalil Mack with 2, and C.O. Moore with 2. Nick Roach, Hayden, Burris, and McGill also recovering fumbles, and was forcing them. Moore with 2, Justin Tuck with 2, Usama Young with 2, Branch with 1, Smith with 1, Jimmy Smith with 1, Antonio Smith with 1, and Bryant with 1. Moving forward, kicking, as you can see, they both ended with a 75%. Neither kicker really had a good season, though. We definitely need to find a new kicker in the offseason. That is something I will be looking for as we move forward. Another incredible season from Marquette King there. Kick return, not too much to brag about here, unfortunately. Armani Edwards, his 1 kick actually led us there. Punt returns, 11.5 for Shakir Gayton and 10.1 for McGee. And that is it for us. We will check out the Colts receiving here. See how Jabbar Gray ended his season. Over 1,000 yards for Jabbar Gray. Wow, 81 catches, over 1,000 yards, only 4 touchdowns, but still very, very good season from him. We'll have to check out Moody as well down here. And Moody had 62 catches. We know he was injured for a while. He was having a better season than Jabbar Gray up until that point, so would have been interesting to see what he did with a full season under him. But 62 catches, 725 yards, 4 touchdowns as well. And now we'll just briefly go through the NFL stats here. Nope. Go back to passing. We'll just look at yards. And Mike Glennon led the NFL in passing yards. That is crazy. We'll check out touchdowns. I'll just do this, guys, and you can kind of see the top 8 names here. If you want to see more, I'll let you pause it. 41 touchdowns, only 10 interceptions for Brady. Nobody was even close to that. Wow. That is insane. An incredible season from Brady for sure. Interceptions, McGloin 11 of 24. Case Keenum, not a great season for the Giants. Maybe they should have stuck with Eli. Derek Carr down there on the list a little bit. Rushing, yards, we see Marshawn Lynch leading the way. Devin Golden's actually in 4th, behind Frank Gore here. McCoy and Lynch. Average, though, I guess that's not a good one because you can't really see. Now, it's kind of weird. I don't know. Was Adrian Peterson hurt for a lot of the season? Because you would think at 6.7 yards a carry, he'd be getting a lot more handoffs. I'm going to think he was hurt, though. Rushing touchdowns, Doug Martin with 15, Turbin with 15, which is crazy because you see Marshawn Lynch down there with 13. Forte with 14, Alfred Morris with 13, Murray with 12, Hillman with 12, Shady, Vereen, and Carlos Hyde with 11. And that's where we find Devin Golden with Eddie Lacy, Le'Veon Bell, and Sproles also at 10. Receiving 119 catches for AJ Green, Decker 115, Jones 112. We'll just look at touchdowns here really quick. Michael Crabtree with 13, Julio Jones, Steve Smith, and Hakeem Nicks with 10. I said Hakeem Nicks would be a huge pickup for them, and he was. Moving forward, Chase Richardson, the rookie, leading the NFL in tackles. Very cool to see that. Didn't get a sack, though. Only 2 tackles for a loss, only 1 interception, but very, very great rookie season for him. Sacks, Trent Cole. Obviously, we know our players aren't going to show up on here because of that glitch. We'll see how Moore's down here. But Khalil Mack's not showing up. It doesn't look like Shelby Harris is either, or even Justin Tuck. But anyway, interceptions. 8 for Sam Shields, 8 for Major Wright, 7 for Revis, 7 for Bird. Scroll down this kind of quickly. Let's find out which rookie led the list here. That'd be an interesting stat, if any. If any. Okay, I'm tired of looking for rookies. No rookies on that list. Oh, you know what? It might have shown a 1-year thing, and I just wasn't looking for it. But oh well, we will check out. No, don't do that. Don't do that on me. We will check out fumbles forced and fumbles recovered and touchdowns as well. So again, you can just pause it if you kind of want to see all the names here. Alright, blocks. A lot of people with a block. Safeties. 2 safeties for Brandon Spikes. Wow, awesome to see that. Touchdowns. 2 for Richard Sherman. And we will come over here to check out the rest of the names on the list. LeJean Knight, we saw him get 1. Kicking, Graham Gano leading the way there. Field goals blocked. I have never seen a field goal blocked in a recent Madden, or a punt blocked for that matter. Punting, definitely feel like we're probably up here with average. Yep, Marquette King, that a boy. Kick return, Percy Harvin with 2 touchdowns. Randall Cobb with 2, Batterson with 2, Macklin with 2 for the Chargers there. Very cool. He had 1 of them against us, if I remember correctly. Did he? I think he did. Austin with 2 and T.Y. Hilton with 2. Punt return, Ted Ginn leading that category, but Cooks had 2 touchdowns and T.Y. Hilton with 2. So that should be it for this episode. It was a lot longer than I would hope it would be, but it is what it is. We got a lot done. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you are as excited about the wild card playoffs as I am, and I will see you as we take on the Cleveland Browns for redemption, hopefully. Later, guys.